Okay, chemtards. Psych. I'm a chemtard. Anyways, so these condensation trails that you guys claim are persistent, why do they make these AM clouds? Why? Why do they make these clouds that people think are so pretty? You know, you got couples, you know, standing by the beach, looking up. Oh, it's so romantic. No, it's not. These are man-made. You know it.
Aerosol.
You're part of it. And look, they just look like the clouds over there. Like they look like those clouds over there. But you have an answer for that. Stay tuned.
Spraying operations. The binary threat of binary agents. I didn't tell you, but Brother Cornel saw an Arab and his wife in a Muslim habit buy 41 Magellan GPS navigators, location GPS navigators at the Hudson Trail Outfitters in Northern Virginia. He paid over $10,000 for 41 of these babies. It means there's going to be 41 people at some point in time at 41 places with something. This was a sample right here of what was sprayed at Sallisaw, Oklahoma. This thing could have been a toxic substance. It is toxic. I won't go into what it is, what we think it is. But they're also spraying JP8, which contains ethylene dibromide, causes sinus and respiratory, especially on old people. It can be deadly in enough doses. They're spraying it from treated open skies airplanes all over the country. How many know they're spraying? Okay, see, I could ask any question, any subject up here, and I'd get hands anywhere in the place, but not the same hands. This is the stuff. CDC, Centers for Disease Control. It's a private organization. It's not federal. Okay. They like to say they're federal, but they're really not. They recently put out a blurb. I read it in the paper. It says, now when you're going down the road with your car, you don't want to pump that air around in the air conditioner inside the car because you might have mold in your air conditioner. You want to open it up and let the air come in outside. Well, if they're spraying, folks, you open up the vent and it just goes right into your car. Look at every base covered. Every base covered.
Civilian aircraft are increasingly contracted to secretly spray aerosols through ports located near the engines and airframe. We'll attempt to use this video to identify the commercial carriers and point out the evidence of aerosol spraying. Ask yourself, if global warming is real, why are these aircraft secretly spraying aerosols that are known by IPCC scientists to warm the climate? Aerosol spraying is immediately obvious here, with no invisible gap between the engine and the visible trail. More importantly, we see a leak in the aerosol container inside the belly of the aircraft that is causing an intermittent third trail to be left behind. Notice as the camera pans back through the trail, how the aerosols look dirty in color. They are almost brown. These are not aerosols that will reflect light back into space. These are aerosols that warm the climate. We see no gap between the engine and the visible trail. Also notice that the trail is bifurcated, as if the aerosols are coming from two different sources inside the engine. This aircraft shows us more dirty trails that will not reflect sunlight back into space. Also notice the bifurcated trails, as if the aerosols are coming from two different sources inside the engine. Once again, no gap between the engine and the visible trail, and the bifurcation of the trails. These jet trails look almost like normal contrails, except the distance between the engine and the visible trail is far too short, and you can see the clumps of particulates ejected. As in the previous example, the distance between the engine and the trails is far too short. Aerosol sprayed from one jet to the next are not necessarily the same ingredients. If you think these trails are normal contrails, you'll have to explain how a hot jet engine can spray ice crystals directly out of the jet engine exhaust.
Not really a blue sky, guys. It's a white sky. It's aerosol dimmed down. It's what's trapping all the greenhouse gases, making it such a humid day. And everyone's freaking out because the weather channel saying it's a humid day, but it's really chemtrail spray, the lines they lay. Hey, Rob Ford, let me give you something to complain about. You're complaining about this? Graffiti? Why don't you take a look up to the sky, Mr. Ford? Mr. Rob Ford? Mr. Rob Ford, look at the sky! Aerosol Geoengineering. Don't let them con you with them trails. Condensate, you son of a bitch! Yeah. You're crazy. Constructing class. This is all man-made, all made by man, all made by man. This is man-made, all made by men who think they are God, but they're just men that stole technology from Tesla. Just a bunch of clowns with a lot of power. They're a satanic network of cowards. This is all made by man.
The movie, I don't know, but anyways, they had the K9 in the car, but it was locked in the back.
I don't care!
I had drugs on me. I could have went to jail. That could have bit me. The kuta would have bit me.
I don't care!
Let's knock on this door and find out what they're doing.
No!
It says mission. Mission.
I don't care!
Holy childhood. It says holy childhood.
I don't care! I love it!